Assalamu alaikum everyone and welcome to another episode of the Geek Hub. Well,
Are you having another one of your spazzing moments?
no, there's a B here somewhere. Cut the
You
intro.
always do this.
Cut the intro. And we're back. Today we're going to be talking about Man versus Bee. Joining me today is the very lovely Kanza. And we're going to be dissecting this show by Rowan Atkinson. It was so cringy.
It was, but can you expect anything else from Rowan Atkinson?
I
I mean, it was cringy, but I loved it at the same time.
I loved it too. It was a great watch. I loved watching it. But man, like there's so many times where like you and I were watching it and it's just like,
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. But honestly, the spiral towards insanity was just something I absolutely loved and I could relate to.
I mean, the show is great. For those of you who don't know yet or haven't seen the show, it's about a man who gets a job as a house sitter, and he has to sit the house of this very rich family, and
Yeah.
he has to look after the entire thing. But a bee happens to find its way into the house, and keeps causing problems for him. And my God, the premise is great. The show is just great. Rowan
Honestly,
Atkinson.
I feel like half of his problems were caused by himself. I mean, the first thing straight up was the manual. I mean, who leaves a wooden... I don't even know what to say at this point. I mean, who leaves a wooden notebook on the stove?
I know,
and
right?
Then if it's not heating up, who doesn't check?
I don't know. Like, clearly the character's stupid. Clearly.
It's a Rowan Atkinson character.
Right? And it just reminded me a lot like Mr. Bean comedy. So it just it felt a lot like him trying to capture Mr. Bean because the episodes are 10 minutes long, just like an typical episode of segment of Mr. Bean.
Yep.
Right? So
we were even getting confused about when one episode was ending and one was starting.
Exactly. Because it flowed right into it and it could have just been a movie.
Right? Yeah. It could have we had like 9 episodes, so easy a 1.5 hour movie.
Easily, right? Like 10, 12-minute episodes, 9 episodes total. Still good watch, funny in a lot of places, left you cringing.
The poor car.
Oh yeah, car.
I mean, the way he realized right at the end what was going on and what he just did. And then the whole it turning into the fact that somebody was trying to cause an insurance fraud, which was, I'm guessing, because of the fact that it was stuff that he had ruined.
Yep.
So I feel like maybe he is the one that led to somebody being in jail for a long time.
Like, remember when I remember saying that earlier, imagine if this was someone like somebody tried to come and steal the stuff and turns out everything's broken and fake. Yep. And it turns out that was actually the premise of the show.
I mean, the way he was replacing stuff. I mean, the painting alternative he did was top notch. I mean, it was a pretty good replicate for somebody who had no idea what he was doing.
That statue head though.
Oh.
Like that was like, just watching the head go like.
Yeah.
Because the glue
kind of like how my head is right now.
Just because the glue wouldn't stick, it was just. Oof.
Yeah. And then the moment the flamethrower came out, my God.
A flamethrower.
I mean, the chaotic energy in that entire show.
I don't know, like the show kind of tells you everything that's going to happen in the beginning, right? Because they're reading him the court case and everything, and it's like you've been charged with destroying art, like, and like arson, and then it's just like him with a flamethrower all over the house. And his
Oh, the
explanation.
poor dog.
Oh,
I
look, no,
forgot
no,
about
no.
the poor dog.
Forget the dog. The dog got the shits shat in front of the door, and the dog pushes him into the shit. Oh, okay. So much
I mean,
cringe
honestly,
just
that is
remembering.
something I fear every time Arya has ended up pooping in the house. The entire show was a wild ride from the second it started. But the way he and the bee end up becoming friends right near the end,
Do they though? He ends
because
up.
he,
It was a very Tom and Jerry moment. Like it was like,
yeah,
oh, hi B, here you go, have a piece of peanut butter toast. Smack,
yeah.
and then he chased
For the
him.
brief 2 seconds. But yeah, the show was a wild ride and definitely a must watch.
Oh yeah, definitely a must watch. Very Tom and Jerry,
Definitely.
Mr. Bean like, and it's like great show. Loved it. Wouldn't say it's a 10 out of 10,
Yeah.
right? Definitely not a 10 out of 10.
I
I
would
would
give it
say
an I would give it an 8.
eight. Eight is where I land,
Yeah.
right? So like it's a very 8 out of 10 show, but
Yep.
worth the watch,
You're worth a watch for sure.
right? And there's really nothing else to say about it apart from what you're doing here for watching,
Yeah.
right? So that's our take on Man versus Bee. Do you agree with us? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Let us know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like,
If you
comment,
haven't
subscribe.
watched it yet, why haven't?
Yes, why haven't you watched it yet? And
Yeah.
with that, we're gonna sign off because I think the bee is still moving. Bye.